Hi everyone, very good morning. And today's session is going to be mostly about the practical things we will be doing. But let me first share my screen and show you the agenda. Okay. All right, here is the PPT, and if we go through the agenda, most of the things we will be understanding what are the different types of accounts we have. Then we will be seeing person account. We'll create a client. We will create a household. We will add couple of family members in that household. Then we will see how the roll-up summaries work here and what is a primary group, primary role we have in the financial service cloud, and then we will create contact to contact relationship and account to contact relationship. We will also understand what is reciprocal rule, and at the end we will talk about financial goals. So these are the topics. Relationships, this is basically nothing but the section 2 of our financial service cloud if we look at this syllabus. Okay, and relationship itself is a very important topic for all the modules, not only for any particular module, but this is kind of the back end of it. Whether you work on retail banking, whether you work on mortgage investment, anything that has relationships remains same for all the types of different modules we have in the financial service cloud. Okay, so we are going to do this. Let me close the unnecessary tabs, and I will be using these examples. Okay, yesterday somebody asked me about that. Yesterday somebody asked me about that person account, and there is a separate object we have. Okay, so let us cover that first, and then we will move towards the today's agenda. Okay, so if you go to setup and try to see the object manager, we have account. Okay, general account, and then we if we type person account, then we have a separate account as well, separate object as well. But if you go there, you will see that we do not have any fields there. Okay, Salesforce has given us a flexibility, and Salesforce has categorized this as a separate object here for you to be able to manage the page layout of it, record type of it, and compact layout of it. And if there is any flow trigger on it, that will also, but there are no fields. Okay, if you go to the page layout, you will just see a person account page layout. And if you go to the record, you will just be able to see the person account record type. Now, if you go to our traditional account and try to see the record type of it, you will not see person account here. Okay, so what you see on screen is definitely the account object only, and the record type is of person account type. But in the backend, Salesforce has given you a separate way to categorize it, configure it, or maybe change the page layout setting. But that also is just an object. Okay, that also is just an account object, not a separate person object, person account object. Okay, so what option we see here as a person account as a standard object, that also is just an account. It will be treated as a different record type in account itself. Okay, if you try to query this person account, you will not get anything if you try to query this person account in a Salesforce backend query. But if you query the same with the account object with the record type ID of person account, you will be able to get the record. So that also verifies our point. If somebody wants to play it in the backend, try to query the record on from this object, and you will get the error that custom object might be wrong. You have to put underscore C. That kind of error you will be getting. Okay, so that it is also just the account different record type, but Salesforce has given you a separate way because it behaves differently in certain scenario. You can control it from here, but cannot create field or anything on this because field option is not available itself here. Now, Till now, whatever we have discussed in the wealth management. So we'll keep on having the wealth management example for now. But it's not like we will not be touching other modules. We will be touching everything in it. The backend remains same. So action plan will be action plan no matter if you use it in the wealth management or if you use it in the retail banking or if you use it in the insurance. Okay, similarly, let's say we're talking about the accounts going to remain same. How they work depends on which module we are using and how we are using it, but the backend remains same, all the functionalities remain same. If we talk about uh, ARC, actionable relationship center, that remains same no matter which module we are using. So in our examples, we will be using FSC Wealth Cloud, but we will also be touching other modules when we come to those topics or areas. Like when we are talking about the retail banking, when we are talking about the insurance, then we will cover those things via those apps. Okay. But for the simplicity purpose, we will be using the FSC Wealth Cloud to have a streamlined structure of our sessions. Now, we have to start it from the accounts. On last session, we briefly touched what are the different types of account we have. Today, we will be deep diving into it. Okay. So there are a couple of accounts already created. When you create this scratch org, you will get those accounts. If you want to go through them, you will get a fair amount of idea what it is and how they works. Okay. But we will not be going to do that. How we will do it? Just a second. Let me check the other one. How we will do it? We will create a new account, each of different record type, and then we will see how they works. Okay. So first one is the business account. Business account is a general account which we create when we deal with a company, when we deal with a business, when we deal with an organization. Okay, so these are the typical account we have used till now in our sales cloud and service cloud. Okay, so we will create a business account. There will be record type of business. We can name it anything. Maybe let's call it ABC Corp. Okay. This ABC Corp will also can also have a parent account. If there is any parent organization associated with ABC Corp, we can associate it here or we can leave it blank. If we leave it blank, then it will be like ABC Corporation is the top level hierarchy in the account hierarchy. Okay. We can choose the type. It is prospect or other. Guys, can you put yourself on mute? Thank you. Okay, now there are so many different other fields, and I don't want to deep dive into fields for now. We can select the industry where this company is working. Ownership is maybe, let's say, public. Address, if you want to fill, I am not going to fill it. So country is by default selected as United States, and I am going to save this. Okay, there are no validation as such in this, and even if you just provide the name of it, you will be able to save it. But in the real companies or in the real financial structure where you will be working, there will be a lot of validations. Like without providing website, you should not be able to save. Without providing complete address, you should not be able to save. Without providing a proper website, you should not be able to save. So those kind of validations can be added either via the validation rule, or you can show the errors, or you can force the user to provide value in it via either the trigger or the flows. Okay, we will also cover this. We will create a flow and we'll try to display the error message if users are not filling the field on the required field. But for now, we will keep it simple and we will focus more on the financial side of it. If we get some time, we will create a flow and try to put some validations on it. Okay. So this is our business account we've got. Okay. Now you see there are a lot of different tabs available which are not related to us for now. Like ARC. We don't know what is ARC. We don't know what is reference. We don't know what is action plan. What we don't know what is interaction summary. So we will create few accounts and then we will go and try to edit those pages and try to remove these which are not relevant to us for now. Okay, so let's go to, because once we cover those topics then they will become relevant to us, but for now they are kind of distracting. We don't know the meaning of them and they kind of give us, put us in a spot that okay, what is this, why this tab is coming, we don't know about it. Okay, so we will quickly jump on to editing the page and remove the unnecessary tabs which we do not understand for now. Once those topics comes in, we will add those topics and then we will cover those topics. Okay, so I will remove few tabs from here. I need to see detail. I need to see related account. I need to see financial account and I need to see relationships, because financial account and relationships are the topic which we will cover today. But I don't need ARC. Maybe we make our goals at the end, but if we need to, we will add it later. I don't want to see referrals. I don't want to see interaction summary. I don't want to see action plan, asset allocation, or the roll-ups. Okay, we will keep our page very simple for now from the understanding point of view, and we will save it. All right, let's go back. Now our page is simple and we do not see unnecessary information. These buttons are there, but let's forget them for now. If you go back here in the bottom, you can see the financial summary. Financial summary has couple of amount fields: total financial account, total bank deposit, AUM, total investment, total insurance, and wallet share. These all are calculated field. Once, once you create financial account in this ABC Corp, like the bank accounts, like the insurance policy, like the investment account, like the assets and liabilities, then the amount value of those things will be pop up in the details of this account. Okay, so because we have not provided anything, this is zero for now. We will create couple of bank accounts and everything for all the organizations, and then we will see the amount value will be pop up here as well as a calculated value. So these are the calculated fields. The fields which we see in the financial summary are the calculated fields which will get calculated from the financial accounts of this ABC Corp. Now, there is a field annual revenue. Most of the time, we put the validation to have at least something in the annual revenue. We cannot let users have this field as blank. So later on, we will create a flow to have a error message displayed if users are not putting the value in the annual revenue field. Okay. For now, let's keep it as it is. Let's not do anything. Okay, let's not change anything, and let's try to create another type of account for now. Okay, as I told you, FSC account is only for the testing purpose. I will not be using it. This record type is only used to test the FSC related functionalities. Okay, we are not going to use it. This is not business relevant and we are not going to use it. Okay, then we create a household account. Household is nothing but kind of a family account. So let's say I create a household, third party household, or we could say the party family. Okay, for the easier navigation, for the easier understanding. Now you can see there are two fields: next interaction and last interaction. This is nothing but the date field where the bank associate will put the interaction date, like when they interacted with this household last time and when they are going to meet them for the next time. As we know, we are working on the wealth management. These are the high value, high net worth individuals or the groups. So bank associate needs to be very closely aligned with them and track everything, like when they are going to have a next meeting with them. They may have a 10-minute meeting, but that particular person will only have that 10 minutes. So they are very particular about their time and will have to make sure that we do not miss anything. So that is why we use these field to have the alerts there. Based on the value in these field, we can set up alerts like like 2 hours before my next interaction date and time, give me a notification. So we can set up record alerts based on these fields. We can also set up email notification and all those based on these fields, but they are very relevant. That is why they are on the page. By default they are on the household page, but they were not on the business account page. But if we want to add them on the business account page as well, we can add them. These are account fields, so we can customize the page based on our need. Now, there is a field person account. Why do we need person account when we are creating a household? Sometimes household itself also has a person account. Sometimes we deal with the multi-generational wealth accounts, multi-generational accounts where one household is a part of another bigger household. So in that case, we can connect another bigger household with this Triparty family. But in most of the cases, you will not see a parent account on the household account. Okay, but Salesforce has given us option if in case we are dealing with the hierarchical households, then also this can be done. If you want to add a couple of important notes, we can note them down about the Triparty family. But for now, let us just create a blank household. Okay. Now here also you can see couple of financial summary related fields are there. And if you see the page layout of household is a simplified, like there are not many fields. The intention here is that this will be a kind of a wrapper of the whole family. Okay. And then we will add people in it via the relationships. And then those people will hold the account. Those people will hold the assets and liability. And then based on that, calculations will be done on the household level. So we will not add a lot of information in the household itself, but the people inside that household will carry a lot of information, and then that will be passed on to the household. Very soon we will create a household and add the family member, and we will see how it works in the reality. But for now, if you see, it is very basic, like just one two field and then financial summary. Of course we can customize it based on our need, but the base level is very basic. Okay. Now if we go back to again accounts, and we are not going to use these in our examples, we will create a household for Virat Kohli family, and then we will do that to make the example relevant to everybody. Okay, but for now, our task is to create all these types of account. We tried to create the individual account last time. We were not able to do that, but let me try to now and maybe save it. We will get the error because we have enabled the person account. We cannot use the individual account. Once we create all these types of account, we will remove the unnecessary record types from here as well. Now let us create the institution account. Okay. Institution account is a different types of account, different type of account where we create we can say an institution in FSCs typically represents a financial org or an entity that your company is doing business with or working alongside. Okay, see, your bank could be working with another bank, your bank could be working with credit agencies, your bank could be working with investment firm, your bank could be working with mortgage lender. So those are not typically your customers. Those are your you can say you are working alongside them. Those are the institution which helps you run your business properly or kind of provide you service so that you can help your customers better. Those are the institution type of account. They are not typically your client. Okay, point to remember is that they're not typically your client. Okay, treat it more like a peer. Okay, or the partner organizations. You can understand it from that point. Okay. So Again, basic information you will set. Mm, credit agency, and I don't think I need to fill everything. We can say other industry, maybe banking. Ownership is subsidiary, and I don't think we need to fill more. Let's just save it. Okay, this is just to see that if we can create institutional record type related account or not. Okay, that's it. In general, in FSC, you will mostly be creating the business account, household account, and the person account. Okay, that's it. These are the three record types you will be mostly dealing with. Okay, so last one is person account. Let's create it, and then let's fix the record types on account. Okay, so now when you create a person account, you can see it has a completely different structure. You have to give the name here, first name, last name instead of account name, which follows the contact structure. My first person account, and there are different fields. Okay, and we will see those fields as well. Marketing segment, you can see what kind of marketing segment this customer belongs to. Here, when we deal with a very high value net worth client, information is the key. So we as a company need to make sure that we fill as much information as we get, because based on that information only we will be able to make a informed decision about the client and will be able to propose them a better solution. Okay, so let's say he's a high net worth client. Okay, and rating is hot. There are three ratings: hot, warm, and cold. Depending on what you want, you can choose the rating. If it is high value, high millennial client, then mostly it will be hot. Phone number, mobile number, email ID you will have to get, of course. Status is prospect. Category, depending on what category you decide. Typically, banking organization will decide that, okay, from 1 million to maybe 100 million, we'll have the gold category. From 100 million plus, we'll have the platinum category. So depending on what is the worth of this individual, you can decide the category. If you get the birth date, of course, fill it. And type of person account it is, he'll mostly be either a customer or maybe other thing, but for now we'll choose customer, and then we'll try to fill the basic information regarding the address. Financial summary is very important. You can select the annual income and total premium this customer is paying, and then service model. There are multiple fields we have in the person account which are very important for us to understand. Okay, so let us see them as well. Service model is basically defined based on the tiers: tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Okay, if this is a very critical customers holds a very positive value, we will go for the tier 1, and based on that tier 2, tier 3. Review frequency: in FSC, that wealth advisor need to review your portfolio or your financial account with customers CA or with customers assistant, uh, either quarterly or yearly or monthly. Okay, so we will decide the review frequency. Mostly they are not available all the time, so maybe quarterly we will try to set them. Based on that, we will see if their financial goals are on track or not, if whatever they are willing to have in their retirement fund is progressing well or not. So all those factors will be considered when we review this particular client. Okay, customer segment. We will see what kind of segment this customer belongs to, whether his focus is on wealth accumulation or is from mass market, all those things. Next life event. If we can get the information about the next life event, let's say if they have recently got married, so maybe their next life event could be children, could be purchasing their home, could be renovations, could be moving out. So those could be the next life events we can target, and based on that, we can propose better solutions. So it is very important that we fill value in these fields. Relationship start date, it will ideally be the start date of when they opted for your account. Then last review, when you reviewed their account last time. Next review will happen when, okay, clearly date will be mentioned. Okay, so maybe I want to have next review the July. No, sorry, last review happened maybe March, and I want to have next review somewhere in the July. Okay, last interaction date, similarly, we will fill. Contact preferences is also very important because these contacts are not available everywhere, and they'll not be available on all the channels. So if they have any contact preferences, see, these type of information your banking advisor will fill based on the interaction with either client or the client's assistant. Okay, so all those information which we are filling here is provided by the client itself. Okay, marketing opt out, email opt out, most of the time they will not opt for marketing related things, but email they'll be okay because their assistant attends those emails. Then there is a KYC section, and it is also very important. So, in the KYC section, it is not the typical KYC where we are updating, where we are just checking Aadhaar card, PAN card. We really want to know our customers. Okay, so every crucial small thing is also very important. Okay, so they're interested, like they're interested if they are available in cooking, if they like cooking, if they like basketball, if they like hiking, because these kind of information, if you know, you can track the customers and see that where their social circle belongs to, because you're not only just targeting that customers but also the social circle, because these high value client will have a social value, social circle, which is also comprise of customers which have very high value. Okay, so they think from that point of view. Okay, and we can add multiple things here in the personal interest. It is completely customizable, like how we do it in the pick list field. This is a multi-select pick list. You can add multiple fields here. So let's say environment, and maybe hiking, marital status, let's say married, financial interest. This is very important, where their financial interest belongs to. So let's say they are aggressive towards retirement, plus they are very interested in technology, so we can pitch in technology related stuff to them. Okay, or we can chip in any mutual fund which is heavily investing on technology, or any new technology related funding opportunities, so those things can be provided to them. Okay, investment opportunities. What kind of investment opportunities, objectives they have? Okay, are they looking for balanced growth? Are they very aggressive in terms of multiplication of their wealth? And what they are basically looking from this particular account? That is what we will try to understand. And then there are a couple of fields related to accession and tax ID. This is relevant to US. Similarly, in which country you operate, depending on that, you will create the ID. Like let's say in India, if you are operating, you'll have to have the PAN card ID in order to have the financial transaction and everything. So in that case, PAN card will be asked from the customers. Okay. Similarly, let's say if you are somewhere else in US, then you will have to provide the SSN ID. Okay. So that's how we are going to use it, and at the end we will see there is a field called KYC status. Depending on once customer provides all the documents, so once we create this record, it's not like if they say that okay, this is their SSN and everything is fine, we'll save it. There will be some documentation which will be required, and there is a whole documentation module in FSC we have, by which we'll automate how we take the document, how we verify the document, and how we submit the document. And then based on how the verification is done, the status of KYC will auto updated on this. So we will have the flows and all those things in it to change it automatically. Okay. So if it is in progress, we will do that. If it is required, we'll put it. So once we create the record, it will be required only, and we will save it. All right, we have created a person account, we have created a business account, we have created a household account and an institutional account. Four types of account we have created, but we have multiple options here in account. So let's go to our profile and remove the unnecessary record types from it. How we do that? We go to profile and my profile is system admin. So I will go to my profile. Ideally, a system administrator will not do these things. A system administrator will not create person account. A advisor or wealth manager, those people will be doing these things. But I told you, see, in the institution, in the individual account, we can associate contacts as well. Let's say I am a customer, but I also have associated contacts. In the person account, I cannot associate different contacts with me because my person account work as a combination of account and contact. But if we use the individual account, I can still have associated contacts with my account. So even though I'm an individual, I still have account contacts associated with me. So that's when we use the individual account. When we decide to use person account, we also decide that we will not be using the individual account because person account fits in our requirement. When you work in any real FSC org, there you will have an option to choose between person account and individual account, and it depends on your use cases, the type of customers you have, that you will decide whether individual account fits for you or person account fits for you. Person account comes with a lot of other considerations as well, which we discussed yesterday, and there is a blog which I shared with you. I hope you all have gone through that blog. There are a couple of considerations related to person account which everyone need to go through. Person account, switching to person account is not an easy decision. Typically, an organization will spin this off in a sandbox and will see all the consequences of it or how it actually works with different types of account. And if it actually fits your need, then only you will be using it. The only drawback is once you enable it, you will not be able to disable it. Or I have not faced the use case where I have to disable it once I use it. Okay. Can we customize record types by setup and record types? Yes, let me show you. So first I setup and record type. No, you'll have to go to that account and then go to the record type to do that. Okay, not directly the record types. So what I wanted to show you is the profile first. I want to remove the unnecessary uh, record types on my profile. When I create the account, I don't want to see the FSC test specific record type or the individual record type. So let's remove that. Okay, I think profile is the most heavy UI page in the Salesforce. All right, I think we are right here. Record type settings will go to profiles, and then in the record type setting, we'll go to that particular account, that particular object where we want to play with the record type and click on edit. Here you can see all these record types are selected, but I will remove few. I will remove individual, I will remove FSC specific. And for now, let's institution have here only. Let's not remove them. Default is business, and we will save this. Now, because I have removed everything from my profile, if I refresh and go back to account, try to create new account. I should not ideally see them. Okay. Yes. So now when I refresh it, I will only have four record types because I have removed the unnecessary record types or the record types which we are not using at all. Okay. So that's how we are going to do it. This is very basic. Till now, whatever we have done is very basic. Now, let's collect everything together and try to create a household and add the family members in it. Okay. So whatever we have done till now, it was just for the sake of doing. But now whatever we'll be doing, it is going to be interconnected. Okay. So let us go with the household and create a Kohli household. Okay. I am not going to fill anything here. We'll just save it. Similar to Kohli household, let's create a person account for Virat Kohli and then one for Anushka Sharma. Okay. Mr. Virat Kohli is a high net worth. Okay. Mass affluent. His rating is hot. His status is active. His category is platinum. Whatever we can fill, we will fill. Okay. Type is customer. Will not fill address. It's annual income. For now, for the simplicity purpose, I'm not going to put annual income much. Let's not put anything. We will create the accounts and then we will see. Okay. Review frequency is quarterly. Next life event, retirement. I hope he does not retire. Okay. His aim is wealth accumulation. Relationship start date maybe is today. Custom time zone, Africa, Asia, Calcutta. Or should I select London? Okay. Contact preference is, let's say, email. Primary citizenship is India. Country of birth is India. Marital status is married. Everything is interested in everything. Wedding anniversary, I don't know. Ideally, I should know. Investment objective is growth, aggressive growth. And let's save it. Now, after Virat Kohli, let's create it for Mrs. Anushka. So, see, I am filling everything in last name. That's not how you do it in the real org. You go create first name, middle name, and last name. Okay. Because otherwise your reports will look very bad when you fetch the reports on the accounts and contacts. Your first name will be blank, everything will be in the last name. That's a very bad thing. So let's not do that. Even thinking about it makes me feel bad. Okay, again, this is also hot. Female investor, high net worth. Okay, status is active. I don't have anything, but in reality, we'll have to fill the phone, mobile, email, otherwise it will not work. Okay, she's a customer. All right, let's not fill other thing. Let's save this. Okay, so we have created one account for Anushka, one account for Virat, and then there is a household, Kohli household. Okay, now let us go to the account Kohli household and go to the relationships. Now there will be multiple things on this screen and we will spend some time here to understand this. We can add relationships here. We can add related groups here. We can add related accounts here and we can add related contact here. So there are four things. We can add relationships here and then these three things. We will see all four one by one. I will click on this drop down and I will click on edit group. We will get four options here. Who are the members of this group? This is the first option, add relationship. Then how is this group related to other groups? This is the second option where we can add the related group. Then do the members have relationships with other accounts? This is the third option, related accounts. And then the fourth one is, do the members have relationship with other people? This is the fourth option, related contact. Okay, we will see the first one first and then we will move towards the bottom. Okay, now in the Kohli household, we will add Virat Kohli first. And there is a field called role in group. Okay, role in group basically tells you or defines how a person fits into the group. Okay, this is completely customizable. So depending on what kind of customers you have, you can customize it. But for now, if we click on the drop down, you will see multiple options. Role in group. Virat Kohli's role in Kohli household is that he is either client, dependent, domestic partner, spouse, grantor, beneficiary, board member, employee, trustee, or other. Okay, if somebody is kind of owner of the household or the main person of that household, we will use the client option. Okay, he is the main client. Okay, but this again is a multi-select field. So let's say Virat Kohli is a client as well as let's say domestic partner. So domestic partner will also get selected. Let's say he's also a grantor. So then grantor will also be selected. So it's a multi-select field where you can select the multiple option. Okay. Now people will also ask, role in group is what? Is it a custom field? Is it a field in the account object? We will see those things shortly. First, let's understand this UI. Okay, for now, I will just select the client. He is the main person of this household. Now there is one thing called activities and objects to roll up. Just see, okay, just know that there is something like this and we will come back to this. There are two options, primary member and primary group. Okay, those two are very important thing. First, let's click on primary member. Okay, what does primary member mean? Primary member means is the this person is the main person of this household. Okay, usually client or the owner or the head of the family. Okay, for now we will keep Virat Kohli as a primary member of this household. And then there is another option called primary group. If I check this, you see when it was unchecked, this option was grayed. The moment we check this, this option has become open for us. Okay, what is primary group? See, primary group means this group is the main group of this person. Okay, this Virat Kohli can be part of multiple group, but he is the but this Kohli household is the primary group of Virat Kohli. A person can be part of multiple groups, but he can only be a part of one primary group, or he can only be a member of one group as a primary group. Okay, so what I am trying to say, a person can belong to multiple group, but only one is marked as their primary group. Okay, so this option helps us in the roll up. Okay, I will talk about this very soon. Just see all the options, and we have not selected anything. We have options like all, task, events, financial account, asset and liabilities, financial goal, referrals and opportunities. We have not selected anything, but Virat Kohli is the primary member of this household, and this group is the primary group of Virat Kohli. Okay, and his role is client. Okay, we will cover it again also. Don't worry, don't get confused. If there are questions, don't worry, we will go through this again as well. Now let us also add Anushka. Let's create Anushka Sharma. Anushka Sharma is spouse of Virat. Okay, she can also be client, but for now let's say she is spouse. And if I try to make Anushka as a primary member, it will give us error. We can't designate this person as primary. Someone else is already the primary household member. So a group cannot have multiple primary members. Okay. But this group can also be Anushka's primary group. Okay, now think it from the Anushka's point of view. Anushka Sharma will also be part of the Sharma household. She will also be part of Sharma household. In that case, Sharma household and Kohli household, there are two households Anushka is part of, but in that case, she is part of Kohli household as a Kohli household is the primary group of Anushka. Okay, if we create another household as Sharma household and Anushka is part of it, then we'll have to decide she can be part of multiple household for sure, but then in that case Kohli household is the primary household of Anushka Sharma. Or if we decide to make Sharma household as primary for Anushka, then we'll have to disable it. If we disable it, then the roll-up option will not be available for us. What roll-up option does, we will see very soon. Okay. All right. So what we did, we created a Kohli household and added two members in it, Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma. And if we refresh this, we will see these two are the member of this household. This is the first option we selected. Any question till now on this household and adding the family members? So we created a household, then we created two clients, Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma, and added these two clients as a family member in the Kohli household. Okay, that's what we did till now. Any question, guys, in this, whatever we did till now? I,
Hello, Mohit.
hi, Sweta, how are you?
I'm good.
Good,
I
good.
wanted to ask one question. In
Yeah.
the app launcher, when we search for wealth management, there
Mm-hmm.
are two apps, wealth
Yeah.
management and FSC wealth management. So, what's the difference between those two?
See, this actually is a FSC enabled org where FSC is by default enabled by Salesforce. Plus, along with that, there is a FSC managed package as well. Okay, so these two, one is coming from the FSC enabled org and the other one is coming from the managed package. In the real org, when you work for a client, that will not be the case. And if that is the case, you will use the any app which has FSC as a prefix in it. Okay, because that is coming from the FSC enabled org. So we will use the FSC enabled it. Otherwise, they both are same. It's just that because they have two source, so coming as two different apps, but they are similar. So we will use FSC enabled in whenever we do. Okay.
Okay, okay. So, right now, if we are doing in
Yeah.
our org, then we will do it for wealth management app.
Yeah, that we are using because I'm more comfortable here. But anything which has a FSC prefix in it, use that. That will be better. That is how you will see it in a client org as well, whenever you work for any client. Okay.
Okay.
But they are same
Thank
in
you.
the back end, they are same. The reason we have two is because there are two sources of it. One is package and one is the org itself. Okay,
Okay, okay. Thank you, Mohit.
perfect. Right. One household can only have one primary member at a time. Yes. Only one will be the head of the family. Think of it like that. Okay. So household is nothing but a family, and then there will only be one head of that family. Okay.
Okay, Chandramoli here. One
Yes, hi
small.
Chandramouli. Your
Uh,
voice is very low.
yeah, yeah. Can
Yes,
you hear me
fine,
now?
fine now, please.
Okay. In the toggle is the right primary group and primary member.
Yes,
Those options are by default it came or custom page we have set up that.
that is by default created by Salesforce, not a custom page. So in the relationship itself, there is a, if I show you this in the edit page, that will clarify more. If I go to relationships, you can see this, that this is this is nothing but created by Salesforce itself. Okay, so this is the relationship map Salesforce has created for you by default, and all the options you see here is by default created by Salesforce. They are custom fields. First, try to understand this. When we edit the page, we have an option to hide or show the related accounts and contact. That is option 3 and 4. This is option 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. We have an option to hide 3 and 4. If in case we are not using the related contacts and related accounts, we can hide them as well. But for now, we will show them because we'll have to create them. And if I show you the back end of it, okay, let me show the household first. Go back. Relationships. Now, there are a couple of custom objects you can see. First, I'll show you. Okay, let's go to Object Manager. Account. There is account relationship. There is account contact relationship. See, those options which you were seeing on when you were going to relationships and editing it here, role in group, they are coming from this object, account contact relationship, and from here you can customize it. Okay, so if you want to customize the value in it, there is an option. Okay, but primary member and primary group is a feature provided by Salesforce. Okay, and they have very significant impact on how it works. Okay, so removing them is not going to make any sense at all. Okay, they are custom field. You can see it here. uh, it is customizable up to a level, but then few things are part of the main feature. So primary group and primary member, you can see. Okay, so we will not remove them. Okay, and
Okay.
this UI is created by Salesforce. So that is why we'll not need to create this custom. That is the whole point of having FSC, to not that we do not need to create these things on our own, because it will take a lot of time and energy. Plus, we're not sure if we'll be able to build it up to that much of perfection. Okay.
Okay, Mohit, got it. Thank you.
Perfect. Now let's move ahead. Okay, let's continue. Okay, now that we have added Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma in as a family member of this Kohli household, let's explore the second option. How is this group related to other group? They can be extended family. They can be another household which is related to the Kohli household. They can be, let's say, Virat Kohli's mother's family, which obviously is a kind of extended family, and we want to connect it with the group. Or there can be another household which we treat as an extended family. We can add those extended family here. Why we are not adding them as a family member? Because we can also add a household as a family member here. Okay, one household can also have another household in it. Okay, we can have it. But why we are not adding it, the extended family here? Because they are extended, they are not part of family, they are the extended family. So they do not share the common roles or financial goals. Okay, we are not going to share the assets which are owned by the extended family in the Kohli household. But because we know that they are extended family, we add them maybe in the limited capacity. So any additional group or extended family we can add in the related group. If they are part of family, we can add right here. Okay, but if they are the extended family, we can add here, let's say, um, Sharma household. Sharma household will also become the family of Kohli household. Okay, once they got married. So Sharma household will have their own financial goals, all own financial assets, liabilities, accounts, all those things. But because they are connected with Kohli household, we can add it as a related group. Then Sharma household will become a related group of Kohli household. Okay, so let's create another household. uh, New account. This will be of household type and maybe name it as a Sharma household. Okay, and save it. Now here, when we try to add an account and relate it with another account, it will ask for a related role. Okay, for now, let's say we can say the extended family. This has already been created. If not, we can create a new role. There is a term called reciprocal role. Okay, what does reciprocal mean is, when we create a reciprocal rule, okay, then if you see the Kohli household, you will be able to see Sharma household. If you go and see the Sharma household, a reciprocal connection will be created, and you will be able to see the Kohli household in the Sharma household. Guys, put yourself on mute. This is very disturbing for others. I'm so sorry. Okay, so when you go to the Sharma household and check the relationships, you will be able to see the Kohli household and the members of it as well in the Sharma household, because you have created a reciprocal rule. Okay. If you do not create a reciprocal rule, it is just a one-way or one directional relation. Then in that case, Kohli household will display the Sharma household. But Sharma household, if you go there, Kohli household will not be displayed because you have not created a reciprocal rule. We will see it shortly when we create a non-reciprocal rule as well. Okay. So till now, what we did, we created a Kohli household, we created two members in it, and then we created an extended family household, which is Sharma household. Okay. Ideally, Sharma household should also get Anushka Sharma because she will be member of it, maybe not client, but member of it, maybe beneficiary. Okay, not the client. Okay, I don't
Who should we give that reciprocal role? Is it to primary member?
no. Reciprocal rule we have created between the Kohli household and Sharma household. Okay, not with the Virat Kohli. We have not created the role directly with Virat Kohli. We have created the reciprocal rule between Sharma household and Kohli household. That's it. We will create the reciprocal rule with Virat Kohli as well shortly. But for now, we have created the reciprocal rule with the between households. Okay, and Anushka is not a primary member, nor this Sharma household is the primary group of it. Okay, we will go back again to Kohli household. Please mute. This is very basic. Okay, now we are in the Kohli household. We have created a Sharma household and they are related with each other via the reciprocal rule. Okay, and Sharma household also has Anushka Sharma as a member. Okay, but she is not the primary member, nor Sharma household is the primary group of Anushka Sharma. Okay, now let's create a related account. How related account fits in here? Kohli household may have some businesses. Kohli household may have a trust. Kohli household may have an NGO. Kohli household. Remember, I'm not saying Virat Kohli has a trust. Virat Kohli has a business. No, I'm saying Kohli household. Because if a business is owned just by Virat Kohli, then it is Virat Kohli's choice to put it in the household or not. Maybe he just want it for himself. Maybe he don't want to share those financial obligations with his family. Okay, so for now, we are talking in terms of whole family. Maybe let's say Kohli household has a restaurant. Okay, so let's create that restaurant. New account, and this is going to be a business, right? Let's call it Kohli Dining. Okay, just the name of it will be fine for now. Now again, it comes to related role. Let's create a new reciprocal role. Okay, because it is a business, that restaurant is a business, we will create a account to account role. Restaurant is not a person, right? If I have to connect Kohli household with a lawyer, that individual lawyer, then that person will be a contact and we will create a contact role. But because this restaurant is a business, we are creating an account to account relationship, because Kohli household is also an account, and this business is this restaurant is a business account. So we will be creating an account role. We'll click on next. And here, this is the screen where you will see how we create an inverse role. Okay. So in the Kohli household, you will have a restaurant and you can call it a business. Okay, so when you go to Kohli household, you will see this restaurant. It will be marked as a business. But when you go to that restaurant, because that restaurant is also an account. Okay, so in the hierarchy, you will be able to see Kohli household if you are creating the inverse role. If you do not create the inverse role, then in that case, if you go to that restaurant, you will not be able to see the inverse role. But most of the time, we create the reciprocal rule, because from A to B, if we are creating a relationships, from A to B, in the A, we should be able to see B, but when we go to B, then also we should be able to see A, because there is a relationship. Relationship is between two people or two companies, and it should be visible on both the end. Okay, so when you go to that restaurant and then you see the Kohli household will be the owner of the restaurant. So in the restaurant, it will display owner for Kohli household. In the Kohli household, the restaurant will be displayed as a business. And we will save this. We will verify it right after this. I will save this. It will refresh the page and Kohli Dining will be added as a business in the Kohli household. If we go to the Kohli Dining and go to the relationships, you will be able to see that Kohli household is the owner of this particular Kohli Dining restaurant. Okay, so Kohli household is a related account of it, and this is the owner of it. Okay, so this is how the inverse relationship work. If you do not create an inverse relationship, and then if you come to the Kohli Dining, there'll be nothing. That will be the lapse of data also. Okay, sometimes we do purposefully do not create inverse relationship, because that might not be a use case. Okay, but till now we have created only the inverse relationship. Okay, we will again go back to the Kohli household, refresh it for the sanity, and now we will see how we can create the related contact. Now, Kohli household can have their own CA. If they are availing a service of a financial company, then that CA company will be added as an account. But if let's say they have a personal CA, just a person, okay, or let's say they want to have a lawyer, okay, let's say they want to have a lawyer, okay. In that case, we will add it as a related contact. Let's create a contact first. This is an individual. Okay. We'll go to next. Name it Mr. Harvey Specter. Holy household wants to have the best lawyer in town. You can't create an account or contact using individual because you have enabled persona. Okay. All right. Let's create it again. So I try to create a contact with the individual, but I'll have to select the business. Okay, let's see. Mr. Harvey Specter, save it. And reciprocal rule we will create as a lawyer. Save it. And then we will see Harvey Specter as a lawyer. Okay, refresh it. Go to relationship. Go to Harvey's record. And because this is a contact, we do not see the relationships tab, but there is a contact relation. One thing to note here is this, even though we are creating it as a related contact for this household, this automatically is getting connected with the primary member of this household. So now Harvey is connected to Virat Kohli. Though Harvey is the Kohli household's lawyer, but he is connected with a Virat Kohli, who is the primary member of it. Okay, just note this down. I will deep dive into this. I need to cross check couple of points here, and then I will come back on this, like why this is connected to just Virat Kohli. Maybe because of the primary member, but I will come back on this. Okay. So till now, what we have done, we have created the Kohli household, two members, added two members on it. Let's add another member as a household. Okay. Let's create a Kohli trust. Okay. That will also be a, not a household, it should be a business. Or let's call it Anushka Foundation. Okay. Save it. Only person account can be added as a member of a only person. Okay, we cannot add a business here because it should go in the related groups. Okay, so let's not add it. Let's create a trust as a household and see if we can add household here. Anushka Foundation. Save it. Let's see if we can do that. No. Okay. All right. Only members can be added. I have another way to do this. Anushka Foundation. And it's a trust. Instead of peer, if I select as a member and save it, it will come here as a member. Okay, so we'll have to go to related accounts and then add it, and then maybe select the different type of it. Instead of peer, it will be member or the family, and then it will come to the family member. Okay, this is just to show you that how we can add a household or a business in as a family member in the household. Okay, that's it. There is no other way. So if on from that screen, if you go, you can only add the person account. But if you go via related account and change the type of it, you will be able to add it still. Now we have a Kohli household, which has two members, Virat as a primary member, Anushka as a spouse, and then we have an Anushka Foundation, which is a trust. These three are the, you can say the direct member of the household. And then we have Sharma household as a extended family. Okay. Then we have Kohli dining as a business. Okay. Then we have our lawyer, Harvey Specter. Now let us see the money part of it. Okay. Currently, if I go to Kohli household, we can see the total financial account is zero. Asset under management is also rupees zero. Now let us go to Virat Kohli and try to add some money in Virat's account. Okay. I went to Virat Kohli and I went to the financial accounts of Virat Kohli. There are many types of financial account. Okay. Investment account, bank account, insurance policies, assets and liabilities. Okay. Financial account roles, I think I need to remove from the page. But let us first create a bank account. Okay. And let's call it Virat. Virat's saving account. Okay. And status is open. Ownership is individual. Ownership is very important, guys. We have individual ownership, we have joint ownership, or if it is a trust, then it could be a trust's account as well. Okay. So for now, this is Virat's own saving bank. Okay. Because there is no ownership is individual, we don't need to have a joint owner. Type is, let's say, saving. Tax status is qualified. Source is not needed. Household, we will select maybe amount. Yes, balance. Let's fill the balance. For the simplicity purpose, I am just putting 10,000. Okay. And save this. Okay. Now, this 10,000, because Virat Kohli is the primary member of the Kohli household, this balance should be transferred to the total financial account. But if we go there, we see it is still zero. It is not getting anything. Okay, let's go to relationship and let's see this option now. Activities and objects to roll up. Anything will not be rolled up if it is not selected here. So we have different options like financial account, like assets and liabilities, like financial goal, and like all. If we select all, then everything related to Virat Kohli will be rolled up to the household. Okay. Because he is a primary member, head of the family, I selected all. And I will save this. The moment I do, you can see 10,000 has been added here in the total financial accounts. Don't worry about AUM. Just understand that Kohli household now have total bank deposit of 10,000. Okay, because we added a bank account in the Virat Kohli and that has a balance of 10,000. Now let us also add, and the moment we do, there will be a financial account role will be created. Okay, so that is just a relationship between Virat Kohli's account and the saving account. Okay, so a junction between the account and financial account. Financial account is a different object, guys. Okay, let us now create a liability. Okay, Virat's NY home. Let's say Virat has a home in New York and it has some liability. Let's say 5,000. Save it. Okay. The moment we do that and go to the Kohli household, you can see total liabilities now will be 5,000. That will also be rolled up to the Kohli household because Virat is the primary member of this household and we have decided to roll up everything from Virat Kohli to the household. Okay. Now let us create something for Anushka. Anushka is not a primary member of Kohli household. Okay. So now let us create a bank account for Anushka. Okay. Let's create the bank account. Anushka's saving account. Okay. And just fill the amount. Let's say this also has 10,000 and save it. Now we will refresh it. This is still is 10,000 because Anushka, we are not rolling up anything. If you see here, all the roll-ups will be controlled by this option. For Anushka, we are not rolling up anything. Okay. So that is why that 10,000 is not coming in the Kohli household. Let us not do it right now. First, I want to show you a joint account. If I create a joint account for Anushka Sharma, which is joined by Virat Kohli, and because Virat is the primary member, will that account will be rolled up to Kohli household even when we have not rolling up anything for Anushka? That is the first point we need to check. Okay, so let's create a joint account. Anushka Virat joint account, and joint ownership type is joint. Joint owner is Virat, and balance is, let's say, 5,000. Okay, and let's save this. Now, this is the joint account we have created. We will go to Kohli household. We will see if that is added or not. That has not been added. Okay. Now, let's go to Virat Kohli and try to create a new joint account. Virat Anushka joint account 2. Okay. Ownership type is joint. Joint owner is Anushka, and status is open. Type is saving. Let's create it as 6,000. Save it. So now in the Virat Kohli, you can see 2 joint account. Owner type, did we not change? Owner type should be joint, right? It is joint. Why it is coming as a primary? Okay, let's see. Okay, now we have created a joint account with the amount 6,000 here. Okay, we'll go to Kohli household and we'll see 6,000 has been rolled up to Kohli household. So point to remember here is that if we create joint account from Virat Kohli, where Virat is the primary owner of it and the secondary owner is Anushka, then that amount will be rolled up to Kohli household because we are rolling up everything which has Virat Kohli as primary. But when we create a joint account from Anushka Sharma, Virat as a joint owner, then that amount will not be rolled up because primary owner is Anushka and we are not rolling anything for Anushka in the Kohli household. Okay. Now, let's go to the relationship, edit it. One thing to remember here is if
Mohit, a quick check. Can we take a quick break?
yes, I think we are about to finish this and then we will have a break and question answer. Just give me 5 more minutes.
Yeah, sure. Because
Yeah, I know.
It
And
would help if after the break you can summarize this as well. Yeah.
yes, yes.
Thank you.
I agree. See, with the relationships, I normally do not take any other topic because I know this is a lot of information for you in a single session, that too practically. So understand this, when you do this practically in your own org, then many of the questions will also arise. Sometimes I get questions from student which even I don't know, and then I come back to them by doing those practical things. So I expect you all to go back to the drawing board, create the org, do these things on your own, write down the questions, come back to me. We'll have the whole week for us to analyze what we did in these 2 days, and then we'll first take on those questions next week before moving on to the more advanced topic. Okay. Okay. Last thing which I want to explain you here is, only if a person is added as a only if on a particular household, if a person is added as a primary group, then only we'll have the roll up option added. If I'll disable it, this option will not be there. Okay. So if Anushka's primary group is Kohli household, then only I have option to roll up all those things on the Kohli household. Otherwise, I will not be able to do that. Why I'm talking like this is because Anushka is part of both the household, Kohli household and Sharma household. She and both the household cannot be primary group for Anushka Sharma. She can be part of multiple group, but only one such household will be the primary household. Okay, so if we decide to move everything of Anushka Sharma in the Kohli household, she will no longer be able to do or roll up those things on the Sharma household. And that makes sense as well, because now she is part of Kohli household. She is still beneficiary in the Sharma household whenever their parents write a will, or whenever whatever she gets from the Sharma household, but now she actively belongs to the Kohli household. So we will roll up everything of Anushka Sharma in the Kohli household and save it. And let's refresh. The moment we refresh, everything will be rolled up to the Kohli household. Whatever Anushka owns, whatever Virat owns. Okay. Now, one more thing. Let's go to Virat Kohli and see the relationship. Okay. Virat Kohli is part of Kohli household and the lawyer he has. If Virat wants to have, let's say, a business of his own, let's say he has a business 18 private limited. Okay, he can definitely have that. And if he don't want to include this in the primary group, if he don't want 18 private limited to be added in the Kohli household, he need not to select the include in primary group. The moment he not select primary group, include in primary group, 18 private limited will be just Virat Kohli's. It will not be rolled up to the Kohli household, and all the finance of the 18 private limited will not be rolled up to the Kohli household. It will be a Virat Kohli's personal entity, and maybe he just want to bear the burden and the profit and the liabilities of 18 private limited on his own, and don't want to roll this up to the Kohli household. So he can very well do that by not including it in the primary group, and it will work perfectly fine. Okay, so that we can very well do. Now we have created 18 private limited. If we go to the Kohli household, go to the relationships, 18 will not be visible here because Virat has decided not to do this business with the family's asset or family's liability or family's wealth. He wants to do it on his own, wants to manage the finances separately. So he has an option to do it on his own, and he'll not need to put it on whole household. Now today we have done so much things practically, and when I did for the first time, it was very overwhelming for me. it was very confusing for me as well, and I had n number of questions, and I was craving to have those things done practically on my own, or that's what I expect from you all, to do these things on your own. I am 100% sure that there'll be questions. I am 100% sure that there will be confusion. What I want to assure you is that just write those questions down in the sheet. I will make sure that every doubt, every question is answered. Okay, in this, because this is very important. This is the basics of Financial Service Cloud. This remains same from all the modules. Relationships is very important in the Financial Service Cloud, and I want you to pay full attention to it. Okay, practically, not just the theoretical part. Okay, now let's take a 5 minute break. I will come back in 5 minutes. I'll have my coffee, uh, prepare my coffee, and then I will restart this. Okay, I'm pausing the Hi everyone, I am back. All right. See, so even though we have created couple of financial accounts, financial account topic is not done yet. Financial account not only has the asset and liabilities or just the saving banks account. Financial account is the topic which we'll be covering in the next session as our first topic. Okay, so we will cover what are the things we have when we go to the financial account, and what are the different options we have, what kind of financial account we're talking about, insurance policies, mortgages, assets and liabilities, investments account, everything we will be talking about in our next session. Okay. Also, let me summarize what we did today. Okay. We create today, today's topic was accounts and relationship. Okay. We started with account and tried to create all the different types of account. Okay. We went to the page layout and fixed or removed the extra tabs available on account because we have not covered them yet. And then we removed the extra record types on accounts available. And then we went on to the relationships, which was the main topic of today, where we created couple of household, couple of clients records, couple of business records, and collected them together. And we saw how primary group and how primary members, how role and how roll up works uh, in the relationships. Okay, so that's what we did practically. It was sweet and short session, and I hope you will try these things on your own in your org, because otherwise you will forget this. Trust me, you will forget this. I don't want you to forget this, because the other topics which we'll keep on having in the next sessions will have the deep reference to the relationships, and I want you to pay extra focus, extra attention on this topic. Okay, in the next session, we will start with the financial account. We will finish couple of smaller topics like financial goal, interaction summaries, and interest tags. Interest tags is something which you see here. When you go down, you see interest tags in different category. So we, on different customers, we associate them with the different interest tags. This helps our team, or this helps banks to identify the customers based on these tags, based on these interest rates. So let's say there are so many customers with the investing as an interest tag. They can have a separate plan for those investing related customers who are interested in investing. They can have a different types of deal available for those customers. They can launch a different plan for those customers. It will be easier for them to target those customers if they already know the interest of the customers. So we'll start with financial account. We will go to the interaction summaries. We will understand interaction interest tag. We will understand the financial goal. And then we have our third section, which is ARC. So we will talk about that also. Okay, so that is going to be the agenda for our next sessions. All those people who have not created the accounts yet, please do create it. Sooner you do, better it will be for you. Otherwise, things will start moving very fast, and you may lose interest as well. I don't want you to do that. Those who are not able to join live, you also need to do this practically. Feel free to ping me on the group or ping me one-on-one for any doubts you have. All right, why? Now I will take a couple of questions from chat and maybe then I will open it for everybody. Okay. Rajesh is asking, Gaurav, I have tried to summarize it. Maybe let me know if you have any other further doubt on this, but I will try to even summarize it more. But trust me, the more you do it on your own, you will be able to understand more, and then you will have the recording as well available within 1 hour. So you can revise it from the recording and do it practically on your own, and then maybe compare the doubts and ping me. Okay. Why is owning a home is a liability and not an asset? Maybe because on that home there is a mortgage and they must be paying for that mortgage. Otherwise, a home will not be a liability. So, from that point of view, I've created a home, considering that it might have a mortgage, and then that amount is the mortgage amount. I know we'll do it in the better way when we do the financial accounts properly, but that is the intention when I did it. Okay. Can you tell me how the joint owner field work? Okay, see, when we create the joint account, so whichever account from where we are creating the joint account, that account will become the primary owner, and the other person which we add as a joint owner will become the secondary owner. So if the primary owner is rolling up everything to the household, then that amount will also be rolled up, even though joint owner is not rolling up anything to the household. But if the second person, if the person who is the primary owner is not rolling up anything and secondary owner is rolling up anything, then also if the primary owner is not rolling up to household, then it will not be rolled up. This is what we saw when Anushka Sharma was the primary owner, and then we created, when the joint account, the amount was not rolled up to the household. But when we created a Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma joint as a Virat primary owner, then that amount was rolled up. Okay. Avinash is asking, thanks, Mohit. Just wondering how we can work on the relationship topic more efficiently. Any resource or ways to practice you would suggest? I can I can give you some practical assignment if you want. But first thing which I'll be expecting is to replicate the this example which I took in a different manner. So let's say if I took Anushka Virat example, you can take any other example of any celebrity, married couple, and try to replicate it in your own, or try to understand it in your own terms. I can give some assignments if you want that. If that helps, we can surely do that. Okay, but we will have to create every type of relationship here to understand it better. Okay, and of course there will be confusions. That is very basic. I want you to have confusions, then only I'll be able to resolve it. Okay. Can can you show one in private account, please? Okay. Yes, I will show you, Deepak. I think total liability is not getting rolled up in the total financial account. See, liabilities are getting rolled up like this. Till now, we have created just one liability. That was the NY home for Virat. So liabilities are coming here. Okay, in a separate field. Okay, Gaurav is asking, can you tell again what is the primary group? Does it create the person account as well while creating a business contact to contact relationship? See, when we created a business contact to account, we created a contact, right? We created a contact Harvey Specter. That is a person account we created. Can you tell the reciprocal rule works? Yeah, see, reciprocal rules basically means that if I'm connecting A to B, and then when I go to A, I should be able to see B. Okay, that is one way. But when I go to B, I should be able to see an association between B to A as well. Okay, it's like let's say owner and associate relationship. So when I am on owner tab, I will be able to see my association with my associate. Okay, that is one way. But when I go to associate, then I should be able to see my owner as a relationship of owner with that associate. So that is a two-way relationship between two people or two companies or two entities. Okay. Archana is asking, please do provide assignments. Okay, I will work on it and maybe I will give you scenario to create the relationships. Okay. Is it possible to change? One question is there. Is it possible to change one person account to any other account type? Ideally, no, I don't think there is an option. Maybe I'll try to do it in the back end, but in the front end, I do not see. I do not think it should be available, but I will check this. Can you please write down these questions on the sheet as well so that it will help others? Okay. Those who do not have sheet, I will provide in the chat itself. Why is the total amount showing up for poly household in the scenario? Total amount, sorry, didn't get. Why this amount is showing up in the Kohli household? Because it's a family account, and the family members have decided to roll up everything on the household account. They want everything to get calculated and to be added on the family account. That is why it is rolling up to the family account. Rajesh, if I'm not wrong, is it 31,000? How does liability of 5,000 gets rolled up? See, this is just the account part of it, the saving account part of it and everything. It is not 31,000 minus 5,000. That liability is here only. And when we do the actual calculation, the asset under AUM will also get reflected. This will be covered when we cover the financial accounts in detail. The sample which we did today was just to show you how Rollup works. Okay, this is not the complete financial account. Okay, that is why still there are many things like AUM is not getting populated, non-financial assets and everything is also zero. Okay, total investment is also zero. So I will show you everything. I will create everything: investment account, insurance account, non-financial asset account, and then we'll show you what is added, what is subtracted, and what is AUM on it. Don't worry. Okay, because if we do it in this session itself, it will be too much for you. Relationships and financial account are two major topics. I don't want to club them together, but it is very important for me to show you the roll-ups when we cover the relationships. That is why I've created some financial account without explaining much details about financial account. So don't worry, we will cover them, and you will see then where does the liability will get reduced and where does the like money comes, money goes. We'll cover everything. Don't worry. Okay. Okay, Virat Kohli's, let's say if you go to the Virat Kohli and show you the relationships here, that One Eight Private Limited is not visible on the Kohli household because we have decided not to roll it up. Let me show you. So if I go and edit the relationship, there is an option include in primary group. If I include it in the primary group and Virat Kohli's primary group is Kohli household, in that case, it will be visible in the Kohli household. So if I click on save, if I go to the Kohli household, refresh it, go to the relationships, it should, yeah, it is coming as a 1/8 private limited. Okay, so it in that case it will come here. But if we do not decide to add it in the primary group, it will not be visible. Now that we have decided to move it to, it has become the property of the household, not just the Virat Kohli. See, from the ownership point of view, it is very important that now Anushka Sharma or anybody who is member of this group can claim the stakes in One in Private Limited because this belongs to the household. Yes, Abhijit, please go ahead.
Yes, Mohit. Am I audible loud and clear?
You are 100% audible. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the question here is like, is there any consideration or maybe some best practices we should be following when you're setting up these
See,
relationships or something like that?
this is completely configurable. Okay, it's not like this is just to show you how it works. In reality, your client will be telling you what they want to be rolled up, what they don't want to be rolled up, what is there versus what is their families. And then depending on that, it is highly configurable. We will create it as per how your clients want. Okay, sometimes your individual client will have some of the obligations which they don't want to put up to their family. So they don't want that things to be rolled up. Even here also, we have rolled up everything. They don't want that thing. They don't want their, let's say, liabilities to be rolled up. They just want their financial accounts to be rolled up. So in that case, liabilities will not be rolled up to the household. They want to have, they let's say have taken some personal loan. They don't want that personal loans burden to be floated upon the family, so they will not roll up those things as well. Okay, and as a financial institute, you will do what your clients want, so we will create it as per how they want and we will track it. That's how we will store the
Okay.
information of a customer and its family so that we get better business with them. Okay, and this is completely majorly in the wealth management
Yes, yes.
perspective where we'll be creating household. Okay, but household is a related terms even in the retail banking, in the insurance, anywhere. Because if we are selling it for one person, we are interested in their family as well, because they might also be our potential customer, even if they are not today. Okay, all right, guys.
Yes,
Mohit,
All
Mohit,
Yeah.
yes. Now let's take some questions. Okay. Yes, guys. Yes, Deepak, please go ahead.
yeah. So Mohit, is there any roll-up, especially, I mean, explicitly for Virat Kohli account? I mean that contact, not account, where his other ventures like 1/8 will also be included, other than Kohli also.
See, it depends on how we set it up. Okay, one thing is when you go to Virat Kohli and create financial account for Virat Kohli or the relationships for Virat Kohli, then you will have an option to select whether you want to roll that up to Kohli household or not. That is one thing. Okay. The second thing is when you go to the Kohli household and go to the relationships, you will have an option to see what Virat wants to roll up to the household. So here we will select those options which Virat wants us to roll up to the Kohli household. Okay, so if he does not want, let's say, financial goals, he want to have some of his private financial goals which he don't want everyone else to know, like the retirement plan, or like he is going to create a new company which is still in, let's say, pilot, and he don't want to disclose that. Okay, or sometimes he'll have some even some kind of new initiatives which he don't want even banks to know, so he will keep it very private and will not even disclose that to bank. He'll have just a different accounts created and will tell you that, okay, keep this as a floating money so that I will try to do something new with it. So we will not roll up that thing to the household because Virat don't want it. So two ways to do that. One is here where this is a high level thing. One, when we create from the Virat Kohli's relationship, when we create this relationship, then we have an option to roll that thing up to household or not, depending on how he want to do it.
No, but my doubt was that as a bank, we
Hmm.
should be able to know that how much Virat Kohli's asset is. We must know that
Yep,
for
yep,
him.
yep, 100%.
For that, I'm asking that are we can we see his total assets in his contact as well? I mean, not in Virat Kohli's household, where you created a
Uh,
contact of Virat Kohli's name.
See, I don't think Virat will be very comfortable with disclosing everything he owns to one bank. He'll have accounts in multiple banks. We will try to get as much as we can from the direct route, and from the indirect route, based on these numbers, SSL numbers provided, we can have a rough estimate on what he owns. See, these high net individuals will have a lot of undisclosed amount as well that will definitely never be get to know. So whatever he disclosed, there is no other formal way to get to know everything for sure about how much he owns. But there will be a rough estimate on how much he owns. And based on that, we can create a rough estimation. But exact, no, I don't think we'll be able to get to know. Even the banks will not get to know that.
Thank you.
But when he go for a private company or something, he'll have to disclose anything related to that. So in that case, he'll have to keep it open. He'll have CAs, he'll have lawyers, he'll have associates who will have complete idea about it. And most of the time, these high net individuals will deal with the CAs and associates. They will be dealing with our bank, and they are very true to banks. All the white money, they'll not try to hide it because they are paying tax, so we help them save taxes as well. So they'll tell us the whole story, complete picture, so that we can suggest them better in terms of investment, in terms of growing their wealth. So if we have a responsibility to grow his wealth, why will he hide his wealth from us unless it is not a legitimate wealth, unless he has got it from different sources which he cannot disclose? So anything valid wealth, obviously they will be willing and eager to disclose because we are managing their wealth. Okay. But there is no backdoor entry by which we'll get to know the exact amount he owns, and we can summon him on you have not disclosed this or not. They have n number of banks association as well. In fact, we can add other banks account as well here just to track his wealth, but only if he wants us to. Okay.
Yes, Mohit. Thank you.
All right. Okay. I think today's session was more of the a lot of hectic information on the screen for you guys to track and focus on the screen. And I also started on a trot and went for 1.5 hours. Ideally, I know people have reminded me to take a break. Ideally, remind me in 1 hour session, like 1 hour. After just 1 hour completed, just tell me to take a break, and I'll take a 5-10 minutes break. Otherwise, it will feel like a dump of a lot of information. I don't want to do that. I want to have an interactive session because this topic demanded me to have a focused 1.5 hour. I did that, but most of the time we'll have a 20-30 minute session, 5-10 minutes question, 20-20 minute session, 5-10 minutes question, because that's how I prefer to do. It should not feel like I am speaking in silos. Okay. All right. We are.
Mohit, one question actually.
Yes, Navya, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. This is Ram. I'm
Yes.
using my wife's account.
Okay.
So the thing is like, I mean, we have discussed it, right, on in our previous session that whenever we wanted to create a person account, we don't have to create a contact record. Because contact automatically creates whenever the person account records creates, because this is an individual account, right?
Yep.
So does it apply same thing for a business contact as well, or no?
No. That will create just the business account, not the business contact. Or if it is creating just the contact, then that will just be a contact. There'll be no account at all. So in that case, I think we created Harvey Specter. I think that is the contact got created. I will cross check it, but I think that is just the contact, not the account. There'll be no account on it. Okay, but I will cross check it.
Yeah.
Yes, Harvey Specter is a contact, not the account. Okay.
Okay.
So we created an account to contact relationship where we created a Harvey Specter. Harvey Specter is a contact, not the person account. So it is just a pure contact, not an account, not a business account, not a person account. It will create a contact with ID of 003. Okay, there will be no account associated with it. Okay, account name will be blank on it.
So the contact is not creating again an account. It's only creating a contact.
Just the contact. Account will not get created in that case.
Okay.
If we have to create the account, then we'll have to create it account to account relationship and create the account in that case. But here we wanted to associate it with the contact. Okay, so we will have the contact. Okay.
Okay.
See, when we are using the person account, it does not mean that we cannot use the contact as a standalone entity. We can 100% do that. There'll always be use cases where we'll be dealing with the contact also. Okay. It's just that we have used person account when we have to use account as well as contact, and account is an individual entity. Then we will replace that account and contact creation with just the person account. But for all the use cases where we have to create contact, we will still be creating contact. Okay.
Okay.
All right, create this on your own. Maybe there'll be confusions and maybe then we'll have more answers. Okay.
Yeah.
Did anybody add questions on the sheet? No? See, you guys ask questions here on chat. If you add it on sheet, by the end of our sessions in a month or two, there will be hundreds of questions. And anybody who's joining new, if he goes through that question, he'll see that, okay, this was my question. This question was already covered and somebody else also had this question. This will be a feel good thing for them as well. Okay, add questions. Don't worry about the answers. It is my responsibility to add answers there. Okay. All right, guys.
Mohit, a quick question. While we are trying to create this, right?
Mhm.
Uh, I pasted a screenshot wherein the related role list of values is not showing up, at least in my org.
Sorry, can you repeat again?
Yeah. So while we were creating accounts, right?
Uh-huh.
So for a related account where we're trying to
Uh-huh.
associate Kohli household with a Sharma household,
Uh-huh.
there is a reciprocal role field, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which has
Mm-hmm.
a list of values.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was showing some values, right? For in your org.
Yeah.
In my org, it is not showing up. So
Yeah.
is there
So
any
in that
specific
case,
permission set or anything?
you create the new reciprocal rule. I might already have created. That is why the value was popping up. You have to
Yeah.
create the new inverse rule, reciprocal rule, and then you will have to provide the relationship name, maybe client and lawyer, lawyer and owner, business and owner, and then you will start seeing that value. Okay.
Okay. So those are the custom
Yeah,
values, right?
custom object. It's a custom object in the backend on which we have to create a new record.
Okay.
Okay. I am adding the sheet link, guys, in the WhatsApp group. That link is in the WhatsApp group already, I think. If you go to the group description, you will be able to get it. Okay.
Yeah, more that will be helpful if we add to the graphy because
Yep, sure. I will
WhatsApp,
do.
if we
Yeah,
are trying to access it via the WhatsApp, via the laptop, right? Uh, WhatsApp does not always help. We have to move the files from WhatsApp to the email and then work on it.
got it. I will work on the assignment for you guys for this session as well as in the previous sessions if there was any, and then we'll share it with the group. All right, I'll stop.